Nashlets, and welcome to today's edition of Noshing with Nashies. I've got a quick and easy one for us today because very unfortunately me and Mr. Nashies have caught a cold, so I thought I would go with something that is fun, affordable, and oh so tasty and easy to do when you're sick. We're gonna do just an easy peasy at-home version of red beans and rice. Is it authentic? Absolutely not. Does it taste good? Yes. And is it even better the day after when it's reheated? Yes, which is exactly what you need when you're sick. So this one is affordable, it's fast, it's easy, it's tasty, and remember, when you gatekeep people's food, it makes you look bad, not them. So let's head into my kitchen and make up some easy peasy red beans and rice. Nashlets, since I'm not feeling good today, we are coming in hot. You're going to need a giant skillet or a Dutch oven or a stock pot or anything like that is perfectly fine. I have my soup pot. I have a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil. You can use whatever kind of oil that you need. And if you are using sausage the way that I am and you don't have oil, it will work just fine because sausage has fat. All right, I have 2 of those Kielbasa sausage packets that I just cut up. I didn't even care what they look like. We are going to throw those in. You can use Spam. You can use hot dogs. You can use anything that you have available. It is perfectly fine. You can just make this with beans, and that's fine too. And then we are going to come in with 1 medium-sized onion chopped up, 1 medium-sized bell pepper, and about 4 ribs of celery. If you don't have celery, that's perfectly fine. Use celery salt if you have some. If you don't have onion, use onion powder. If you don't have a bell pepper, you can use some capsicum, some paprika, that kind of thing. And today I have my heat cranked to 6, which is, my stove goes from 1 to 10, so it's, you know, a little bit higher than medium. And we are just going to cook this like so until our onions are translucent and our sausage starts to brown. That's literally it. So just cook this for a bit, stir it every once in a while, and you're fine. We will come back in with some more stuff in a few. All right, Nashlets, let's check out this steamy goodness here. Once all the water from your veg is cooked off, and by the way, bell peppers, onions, and celery is called the Trinity, whereas carrots, celery, and onions is called a mirepoix, and so we're working with the Trinity here. So once most of your water is cooked off here and your sausage is cooked through and everything, we're going to come in, we're going to start seasoning and building this up. Easy peasy. Again, use hot dogs, use Spam, use sausage, use whatever you want with this. I'm going to come in with a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. We're going to stir this in. I like the tomato. Again, this is not authentic. It just tastes good. We are going to come in with about a teaspoon of roasted garlic powder. If you have fresh garlic, that is great. If you have garlic, that is great too. I don't care. Use it. It's good. It's yummy. All right, we're going to come in with about a teaspoon of black pepper. Yummy. We're going to come in with a couple of tablespoons of parsley. Why? Because I like it. That's why. There's no other reason. It's green. It's great. It's fun. Parsley is one of those things you don't notice is missing until it's not in that. It's also just good for you. Looks pretty. Add as much or as little of everything as you like. Again, this is all up to you. And no, I don't drain my tomatoes. You don't have to do that. It's perfectly fine. Do drain and rinse your beans, though. That bean water is, well, I call it the fart water for a reason. All right, Nashlets. So we're going to come in with whatever you have for stock or broth, okay? It's going to be 7 cups. If you have a Jetta, which I will link in the description, you're going to use 4 teaspoons of that to your 7 cups of water. If you have low sodium broth or stock, use that and do go low sodium because our sausage here has a lot of salt in it. I went with this better than bouillon. It's a vegetable base. I used 2 tablespoons of this. If all you have is salt, we have plenty of flavor from the other herbage here and from that Trinity. So if all you've got is salt, use salt. Just, you know, go in about a 1/4 teaspoon at a time until you get there. So it's 7 cups of water with 2 tablespoons of my veggie broth here. I'm going to throw that in. The whole point is that you want to have enough water to cook your rice. Now, use less water or less broth depending on how thick you want this, okay? Then I'm coming in with 2 15-ounce cans of kidney beans that have been rinsed and drained. And always rinse and drain your produce because, you know, you don't want to get sick. Look at how pretty that looks. It's gorgeous. You know, like I said, is it fancy? No. Is it authentic? Heck no. Does it taste good? Yes. All right. So this is optional. If you have some Creole seasoning, I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon. If you don't, you can use some cayenne. You can use some paprika. You can use some hot sauce. You can use whatever you want. It's fine. Just a little bit. All right. We're still over that medium heat, by the way. So now we have built this up. I'm going to let this come up to a bubble so that I can taste it and see what I need to add. And then after that, we're going to come in with our rice. All right, Nashlets, a lot we bubbling here, and I cranked my heat to high to get this to come up to a bubble, which is 10 on my stove, until it comes up to this beautiful rolling boil, and this is where you're going to want to taste it, because whatever you're using, whether it's a hot dog, Spam, sausage, if you're using something like that, even bacon, whatever it is, some of the salt is going to leach into our broth here, and that's where you want to taste it and make sure you hadn't oversalted it before. Do you need to add some water? Do you need anything here? Add some salt, add some stock, add some broth. Mine was good. If you need some heat, add some heat. So let's go ahead and cut this back to medium again, which is 5 on my stove now that we've got it nice and bubbly. And we are going to come in with 4 cups of minute rice. Yes, you heard me right. Minute rice do not gatekeep. It is affordable. It is accessible. And when you are sick, you want something that cooks fast. So we are going to come in with 4 cups of our minute rice. And you know what? Minute rice tastes good, and it makes amazing fried rice, believe it or not. All right, we're just going to stir this in, and the best part is after this, now you can cover it or you can leave it uncovered. Just make sure it's not going to bubble over, because you can see this is at the top of our pot. Cook it for 10 minutes, and we will be good to go. I will see you in 10 minutes, my Nashlets. All right, and there we have it, Nashlets, a beautiful kind of mock red beans and rice recipe. You don't have to make it authentic for it to be good, for it to be accessible. I mean, this is just so great for a day when you're not feeling that great, and you can make up a big pot of it and eat for a couple of days. That is the best part. Remember, don't gatekeep people's food. You know, we're all doing the very best we can, and we all like different flavors. Thank you so much for joining me for today's edition of Noshing with Nashies. And remember, if you come to a fork in the road, pick it up and have a nosh with Nashies. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Consider becoming a member and check out that amazing recipe video on your screen. I'll see you in the next one, Nashlets. Bye!